Welcome back to Inside the Den, where five idiots talk about random shit, but today we have four. Garrett, take it away.
Yeah, I was about to point that out, Greg. I was like, he really just says
like,
five.
Greg, we only have four.
Yeah, let's explain. Let's explain why we only have four. I think the best person to explain that though is Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
Wasn't me. No, but so anyway, it's Greg. It was Greg. Because Greg had me up all night. Okay, I was playing GTA, and yeah, it did happen. I was up all night, and Greg wanted to go get a TV that didn't exist. So I was up all night, and then Expert Outfitters didn't put ARs on layaway, so that sucked. So that was pointless too. Yeah, so our whole day was kind of worthless. We stayed up all night, and we didn't achieve anything because of it. So I was dead tired this morning. I went to bed at probably 10 whenever we got back, and I slept all day until 8 or 9.
I know when we got to the gun store, I kind of just dozed off for 15 minutes, and then when you said they're opening, it scared the shit out of me because I was in a deep sleep within 15
minutes. Yeah, Greg passed out in the driver's seat, so I'm just sitting there. I'm playing on my phone, watching YouTube and stuff, and then I told him, I was like, "Hey, dude, I think they're open," and he looked at me. He's like, "Whoa!" Like
he scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, I tried to be quiet.
You didn't even tell me.
What, Connor?
You didn't even tell me you were going gun shopping. I would have went with you.
Well,
you want to go tomorrow?
No.
Well, they did go and the plan was they were gonna get a huge TV, and so that was gonna take up most of the.
Yeah, we were gonna get a TV. IHOP was good though.
Monday deals kind of deal, or
yeah, pretty much. But
IHOP was worth it though, right, Greg?
Oh, dude, the IHOP was so good.
IHOP slapped.
I was kind of
so that was IHOP was worth it. But
I was super jealous when I saw Greg's pancakes on.
Dude, those pancakes.
I was fucking jealous.
Those are insane.
I gotta go watch your story now. I haven't even done that.
Look at the story right now and tell me what those pancakes look like.
Stories. Let's see here.
Just what's your reaction?
Oh, holy cow! Is that dessert or breakfast?
Both.
It looks like
you should have said. Well, did you put the hot chocolate on your story too?
I did not.
Oh, dude, the hot chocolate was like loaded in sprinkles and whipped cream and like
how many calories
chunks of. Shit ton. We'll just say that.
Probably a full day's meal right there.
I had a whole fucking burger then with a whole hash brown on it and an egg, fried egg on top.
Jesus Christ,
dude! Man. I went ham on this stuff today, dude. Like I was hungry.
Eat for 5 days?
No, I didn't eat for 20 hours straight.
No, that makes sense then.
Wait, so what time was this you guys got up there? You stayed up all night and then went up in the morning?
We left at 5.
Oh shit!
Got to Butler, PA at 6:30. They opened at 7. We go in and find out the TV's not there.
It was bullshit.
So we drive an hour and a half back. And we talked about strip clubs and.
Dan, what about that on-ramp we went on? That fucking dirt road on-ramp?
Oh my god, no, dude, yeah, no, there was an on-ramp, okay? And like the GPS was telling us to go this way, but it was like, you know how they like if they're doing road work on a highway, sometimes they'll just lay a shit ton of gravel down, so it's just like it's not a road, but they park all their like utility vehicles and stuff on. Well, our GPS told us to take this route. There were no signs, there were no exits or anything, and it was a legit on-ramp to like the freeway. So we go around this thing and there are potholes and everything. We off-roaded in his mom's Ford Edge, and we get around the corner. There's this big pile of like, I don't even know what that was. Was it just dirt and gravel,
or clay or something?
Yeah, it was this big pile of shit. And we come around the corner and there's like a utility vehicle sitting there, and then there's no signs. There's no like yield sign. There's no anything. We go around this like sketchy ass like back road, and all of a sudden it's just main highway, and there was no pavement or anything. We actually had to like jump the curb or whatever. That was not even a curb, just the freeway had pavement on it, and the actual on-ramp didn't. So when we get up to this, we like bounce up onto it, and then we get onto the freeway. It was so sketchy.
It was really something I'd expect from PA.
but it was a legit route though. Like that's what the craziest thing was. The GPS literally took us there, and that's how we had to get home.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was weird. Yeah, no, it was fun. So.
Let's just say that. But it's like I said, it's not surprising from Pennsylvania.
Sounds like it was a job for Subaru.
Yeah,
it would have been, dude. I know. We could have ripped Rexy through there a little bit.
Whip a Subi.
Whip a Subi. It's a little bit of rally racing.
Shit, Jared's Legacy might make it.
Hey, fuck you.
We got a straight pipe Jared's Legacy.
Well, the muffler's already half off.
Let's
already half off. Yeah, that's true.
Let's make the exhaust inverted and push it forward, and then drill a hole into your hood, and then we can give it a stack.
I was gonna say the cabin.
Bring the exhaust straight up through the hood and give it a stack.
Yeah, just bring it right up through the hood. Let's just take the hood off of it.
Y'all realize
weight reduction, make it go.
When I get another car, I'm gonna be giving this car to my dad, and he's gonna be like, "What the hell did you do?"
He'll love it.
He's got.
So how about the story of school? Hold on, actually, that's probably a good topic. How about your dad buying Connor's first legal beer?
Oh yeah. So get this.
No, his first beer, Dan.
His first beer. Sorry.
First American beer. I went to Canada this time last year.
That's true. Yeah, he went to Canada and it was legal up there.
First legal beer then, because that's illegal.
Yeah, it was legal
in the States.
Legal American
first legal beer in the States.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wanted to. Sunday was my birthday, and so I decided not to go out Sunday night because, sounds like the alcoholic thing to do would go out on a
Jesus
Sunday night. Yeah. So then Thursday rolled around, and I'm like, I called up my buddy Gio, and I said, "Dude, what are you doing? You want to go to the bar?" And he's like, "Sure." So I have to pick him up because he doesn't drive anywhere, and so we go into town and we go to the Pig, and they run a $1 domestics. And I sit down, and before we go in, I say to Gio, I said, "It's a small town. I'll probably see somebody I know." I sit down, I look over, and there's Jared's dad. And he looks at me.
Jared's dad.
Said, "Doug, what's up? It's Connor."
Yeah. What Connor doesn't know is my dad texted me, I think around the time they saw each other, and said, "Is Connor 21? Yes.
Oh.
That's when
it's like it was meant to be.
Yeah. I took a video and sent it in the group chat, and Jared skipped over it. Didn't he realize it was his dad?
I do that a lot because y'all send some really...
Yeah.
I was like, dude, no way. That is so funny.
So then he bought us 2 beers and said...
Yeah, the group chat's secluded.
He bought us 2 beers and said, "Now they can use that money to tip you because they probably won't." And I thought, "Oh, thanks, Doug."
Dude, that group chat gets lit sometimes.
We did tip the bartender. The Pig's pretty cool. It's like...
you went to the Flying Pig.
Yeah, it's a little different than the other bars, but there's a pool table. I went back.
Have you gone to the Foundry?
Yeah, it's shitty down there. Don't go.
Really? I heard nothing but good things about it.
I went on Friday night, and we waited probably 20 minutes. There was 30 people in there, and there's only one bartender. And it was just, they didn't have enough staff. Other than that, the place looks great, and they got a lot of music and stuff, but we ended up going to the Pig afterwards, and prices at the Pig are cheaper, and we were playing pool with everybody, so that was fun.
Isn't the Foundry one half of the building's a bar and then the other half's an arcade?
Yeah, there is arcade games in the back. We went, me and Jared, I think, and
Dylan went. Too.
Yeah, we went, and I've had their food before, and then we played the games. I don't know if Dylan was there or not.
You know what? So. Me and Dan were talking today about strip clubs.
Yeah, we were talking about Diamond.
They got good food there.
You said they have good food because do you have to be 21 to actually go there?
No, but you got to be 21 to drink. Yeah, so if you're 21, it's free. If you're 18, you pay $20 and get an unlimited pop pass.
Unlimited pop pass.
Because they figure they're not going to get your money at the bar counter, so they got to get it somehow, other than the strippers. But
okay. Fuck that. Yeah.
I don't think I really want to go to the Diamond.
I don't.
I heard it's kind of overrated. I heard it's overrated, but I mean,
It is.
It's the only club around.
You're paying for blue balls.
Guys, we can only speak at once. I cannot understand any of you. One at a time.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay.
Do you have headphones?
Say?
I was going to say it's popular because it's like the only one around here, or you got to drive to Canton and Ravenna on 14 between everywhere is like a decent spot for it.
The Diamond Lodge, it's really nothing special. Well, any of them. It's just, they're all the same, pretty much. They're just some more trashy than others.
I went to...
Well, I was...
go ahead, Dad.
Go ahead, Connor.
Oh, I was going to say, we talked about Toronto, and when we were there, well, first of all, we didn't transfer enough currency over. So, like, the first night we went to the bars, and then we passed a strip club, and Gio was like, dude, let's go in this strip club. Well, he wore, like, joggers, and apparently you have to have formal attire to get in there.
You gotta have pants and a t-shirt.
Yeah, so they would let me in with jeans, and they said, no, you can't go in. I'm like, I'm not going to the strip club alone, and, like, it looked pretty upscale. I'm assuming it was probably a lot better than the Diamond Lodge. This was Queen Street or King Street up in Toronto, and then there was some thick-ass black chick that walked by. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can tell what job she works.
Yeah, I went. Anytime I go up, it's weird. You got to be like properly dressed. Like I walked up there naked one day, and they wouldn't let me in. I'm like, this is bullshit right here. Jared's face.
I thought it's called a strip club. You were ahead of the game.
The first time
I was ahead of the game.
He was in his work outfit.
I was ahead of the game.
The first time I showed my face on this channel, y'all motherfuckers start talking about this shit.
Hey, yeah, man. We gotta get that reaction though. And
it's the reaction. People can actually watch the video too.
Yeah, someone clip this.
It's added experience. An added experience.
It's an added experience.
Instagram, Jared.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Jared would love my show if I was a stripper, though. Oh my god! I ever told you guys about how my strip show would be?
Enlighten us, because
we're getting really off topic now.
I'm about to kick Greg from the call.
He's like enlighten us.
It's up to you guys. You want to hear it or you want to not hear it?
No, let's move on to more
topics.
Dan said yes. Jared said no. Connor, it's up to you. Hear it or no?
So Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake Paul. The fuck
next
out of
episode, Nate Robinson,
dude.
the former I think he was a 3-time dunk champion.
I mean, dude, that's nothing to do with anything in boxing.
No. Yeah, he kept his whole thing was he was like, I'm an athlete. I should be able to do this.
No,
well,
I did think that though. I thought he would have like the athlete's mentality to like really train and work hard to this goal, and then he got his fucking shit beat in.
Yeah, he went in underprepared, and I'm no boxing expert, but from what I saw online and
it was
fight,
pathetic.
It was kind of bad.
It was really bad, and that's what I don't understand. Everyone's praising Jake Paul like he's some boxing god. He's fought Nate Robinson, who was underprepared. Some other YouTuber,
right? Edgy.
And
I think they all just underestimate him, dude.
Who had man boobs before the fight. I mean, come on.
What's the reason YouTubers are boxing now?
Because they want to get their hands in everything. Yeah.
No, this mostly.
Well, grow the brand.
Money and attention.
Well, attention equals money to them. That's how they make money.
Yeah. Money and attention.
Their shirts if no one knows about them.
As one.
That's why after the fight he called out Conor McGregor.
Yeah. And that's why before the fight he said COVID was 100% fake and not real.
I didn't even
hear didn't
that.
exist.
How about Logan Paul, his older brother? Both of them, they're from Westlake, Ohio. So I was kind of rooting for Jake, and that's up on the west side of Cleveland. And his brother called out Mayweather and said, I'll fight Mayweather. I'll knock his shit out. And I thought, no way to Mayweather where that happened.
You're not.
See, Mayweather trained Logan for his fight against KSI, right? What the fuck happened? I don't know if that's true. Dan just time traveled. Did anyone else see that?
What do you mean?
No.
All of a sudden you went, like, your movements, you sat still, and then you moved really fast.
You turned into a serpent.
Oh. I'm a superhero. Am I good now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're moving
that was
now.
scary. That scared me. I was like, what the hell happened?
No, but all those memes, like, I got home from working the wedding, and the fight wasn't even finished.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, it was finished, but 2 minutes later, I'm trying to find the results, and Christian, Dan's brother, is blowing up the chat. He's sending multiple memes already. I'm like, oh my god!
The one that got me was the Minecraft one. You died.
I like the one where it shows Jake Paul walking away, says me, and then Nate Robinson's laying on the ground, says my meat.
Of course you like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just a funny one.
So then did you guys hear, because I mean, me being the hockey guy, like I'm always following the NHL, I think Evander Kane, who is a kind of like a power forward on the San Jose Sharks, he called out Logan Paul for a fight.
I thought he was a power
Logan Paul.
I think it was. Hold on, I'd look it up just to double check. It was either Logan Paul or Jake, but he did call out one of them.
Hey Jamie, look
that
that
up. I could
up
actually
real
quote
quick.
the tweet.
Probably was Jake.
We don't have a Jamie.
Yeah, you don't have a Jamie.
Joe.
Evander Kane.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no, it was on. I could actually probably put it up on there. It's reversed. Okay. It's reversed or whatever. But Evander Kane, his verified Twitter account, he said, "Yo, Jake Paul, I'd wreck ya. Easy to beat up guys with no experience and much smaller. August 31st, 2021, Vegas. We can see if you're really about that action. Hashtag your move."
Dude, he's gonna pick up another fight.
So
I don't
think he's got to. I mean, it sounds like everyone's after him, man.
I don't think he'll.
I don't know if he'll win or not. No, I mean it could be.
Then he retweeted it. He retweeted his own tweet after a day and said, "Waiting for that answer at Jake Paul." So I think he's actually trying to get a piece of him.
I don't think Jake will take the bait though, because I mean, how many followers does that guy even have on like his highest social media thing?
Well, just see him on his Twitter, which is 232K.
Yeah, I don't think Jake Paul will take that.
I think he's looking for a name now. He wants more money.
Jake Paul's his next step needs to fight someone that actually boxes. Really, he needs to stop fighting these wannabes who don't train as hard as him, and actually get into fighting someone that knows how to fight.
I want to see him fight Steve Carell.
Oh God, The Office.
Jared, you look like you just smelled a bad fart.
Yeah, I look like I have no.
He always looks like that. That's just his face.
You just cringy all the time. No, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't think Nate Robinson's like that big a name in the sports world as much as he used to be, but it was mostly because of that Mike Tyson undercard that got him the publicity, because everybody was gonna look at the fight for Mike Tyson's sake, and he's just like, oh, I'll hop on those coattails.
And that was not a great fight.
No, that was. I think that was
fucking tie, dude.
I know. I think they agreed on that going into it, and they just wanted to put on a show. And he even said that at the end.
Tyson got a lot of body shots on him, but then what was the other dude's name?
Roy James Jr. or Roy
James. He got a lot of good face shots on Tyson. Tyson did not do a good job blocking his face.
It looked like he grappled him up a lot from what I was watching.
Yeah,
I guess that's
why people are saying it was a tie, because people were like, "Oh, Tyson made him a punching bag." It's like, yeah, well, Tyson didn't block his face that much either, and boxing has like a point system, and generally headshots count a lot.
Probably they got to score that stuff or something.
Just like in COD, they count a lot.
Dude, that's the thing. Like fucking boxing, it's brutal. It's more brutal than MMA just because it's straight headshot after headshot after headshot over and over and over again.
Yeah, like people legit die in boxing all the time, or they get to like a point where they're like just constantly shaking or can't think because all the fucking brain damage it does to them.
Yeah,
it's like
for instance,
it doesn't seem worth it.
No, and not just that. It's also the refereeing too. Like the referees in boxing, they're not nearly as cautious as the ones in MMA.
Oh, that's because they gotta let shit happen. Like people are there to see someone fall and not wake up. That's what they're there for.
Someone has to get knocked out, and instead of calling the fight, when they're out, they got to give them 10 seconds to get back up, and if they get back up, they're getting their shit kicked in again.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you can't catch a break.
I think that's what happened in the Jake Paul fight. Was he knocked Robinson down once, and he got up after like 3 count, and then it was over for the next. It was like the next 10 seconds. It was when he knocked that punch, and I think he was asleep for like 3 minutes or something like that.
I didn't know I didn't know you could do this, but Jake Paul posted the entire fight to his own YouTube channel.
Did he really?
Yes.
Views,
like, not
dude.
Like it wasn't a live stream, but like pro Sam.
No.
It probably was in his contract. He could do it.
Oh yeah, he probably made that agreement with Triller. I'm gonna look that up.
But yeah, he posted the entirety of the fight, and you just see like Nate Robinson get back up, look kind of dazed, go back in for a couple more, and just get a nice right hook.
I didn't see any of the fight at all. How long did it even last?
2 rounds.
Like 2 rounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
and
long.
Then Mike Tyson.
I didn't see the fight at all either. I just heard the outcome.
All 8 rounds.
Mike Tyson did what now?
All 8 rounds.
Who won?
It was a draw.
We just talked about that.
Oh. Dude, I'm tired. I haven't slept in 30 hours.
I feel that, Greg. Me too, dude.
No,
you slept for 8 hours, so when you got home,
I know, I'm still tired, though.
I'm looking at the
still tired, though.
Your name is Greg, not tired. And your name is Dan.
I'm so tired.
And your name's asshole.
Yes, it is.
What other topics do we have?
Speaking of
I'm looking at one right here. Letting Emma drive my car.
Oh yeah, I let Emma drive my car.
I thought you were.
To like.
I just pictured you saying, "Oh yeah, I let Emma drive my car," and then just moving on to the next topic.
I mean, we could,
that was the topic.
She almost actually got in a lot of legal trouble because I went. So she drove us to Walmart, and she doesn't have her license, and she has a permit, but so she's able to drive with me in the car. And I was teaching her maneuverability, but I go and push the cart away, and then she starts driving over to me to pick me up because that's usually what you do. But she's not supposed to do that. And then all of a sudden, this car comes screeching into the Walmart parking lot. It almost like fucking T-bones her as she's backing out of her parking spot. And that would have been really bad because technically Emma would be at fault.
It would have been an accident with her at fault, and she doesn't have somebody.
Even though they got hit, she would have been at fault because she's not supposed to be driving then.
Yeah.
So she would have got pretty messed up by legal fees and shit and fines and punishments.
Cat, get off
She's
the table.
15.
No,
she has her permit, so she's 15.
No.
Or is she older and she just got it?
15-year-olds. No, she's our age. She's like 20.
Yeah, she's
in my college.
She's going up at college. Yeah, no, I almost said
Chris Hansen.
I've never heard of this.
Chris Hansen. She's 20.
I haven't heard of this chick. I was gonna say, dude, she's just got her permit. Is she 15?
She's
hanging out with 15-year-olds. That's older than I thought.
FBI inside the bench.
Yeah, she's my friend. She's my friend up in college. She got
new crossover episode.
Okay.
Also,
yeah, no, I haven't really heard of her, so I didn't really know.
She watches our.
I saw you
podcast.
mention her name, but oh, really?
Emma, thanks for
so she's gonna yell at me when I say this.
Thank you for tuning in, Emma.
What's she think of it?
Man, looking at the camera.
Looking at the camera.
She did suggest the face cam stuff that we're doing today, and she.
It makes it more. I think it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, and she.
It's more involving. I don't know.
It looks good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. You look good too.
She said that would make it more engaging, and then she did tell me to try what we're actually trying now is everyone's recording their own audio, so I can then sync it up with the video.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I'm gonna do the face cam, but I'm gonna be shirtless. Just to get more views.
Can we pay you not to do that?
We also, Greg and I were also talking. We should do a podcast where we all take shots periodically throughout.
Oh no, I didn't even say take shots. We were pulling into Best Buy parking.
We were just saying a drunk podcast.
And I told Dan,
if we made a game about it, I don't know.
I told Dan, I think all of you guys should be wasted when we do because I don't drink. I can't drink for medical reasons. So I'm like, I think I should be the only one.
Greg could be the organizer, and then we're all just
Or you could just fake it till you make it.
It'd be a shit show.
Find the bottom. You'll get through it.
Another topic we got are Dan hitting 1K.
Well, actually, that
yeah. How about actually 2.22K now. That channel was growing up. So pretty much I was at 756 subscribers, I think, on the Dan Drives channel. And it wasn't really catching too much traction. I've still been uploading some videos, but it wasn't blowing up. You know, I'd get maybe a subscriber or two every day or every other day. Like, it wasn't, you know, any major growth. And anyway, we were all playing Xbox, actually. Were you guys all there? I know Jared was there,
yeah,
I thought.
I was there.
Yeah, Jared.
I wasn't.
Connor wasn't there. Greg, you were there, right?
Greg and Dylan were there.
I was there for what now?
For when it started taking off?
Yeah.
And when Christian explained? Yeah, so basically the whole thing that happened was we were all playing GTA. And I check my subscribers every now and then. So we were in between a mission. I pull up my phone and I go check. And I'm at like 900 subscribers. And like a couple hours before that, I was at 756. So I was like, holy shit, you know what I mean? I just jumped literally 150 or so subscribers in an hour. Like that wasn't how the channel was growing. I was like, what the hell? Like, no way. So we go and we start playing and stuff, and then I look again and it's at like 930. I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, this channel's blowing up. And Christian was in the party with us on Xbox. And he's like, wait, no way, dude. I got to check on something. And he goes and he muted his mic, and I was like, you know, like, whatever, like, I didn't think anything of it. And he came in and he's like, dude, I am so fucking excited. That video that I posted, it blew up. I was like, what video? What'd you do? He posted a TikTok video on there mentioning some legal situations that my channel has gotten me into, we'll put it that way, that I'll release, you know, a lot more information in the future once that's all taken care of.
Once they're done watching.
Yeah. So, and I even said it in the YouTube channel and mentioned it. But I uploaded a video, caught the wrong attention, and it's a legal case on the Dan Drives YouTube channel. So you could probably guess a little bit. You guys already know, but for viewers, they could probably already guess. Dan doesn't drive anymore.
Dan can't drive.
Dan goes to jail.
Dan can't drive.
So Dan drives on a suspended license.
Dan walks.
Dan walks. You go from a car channel to a personal trainer.
Personal trainer. No, but anyway, he uploaded a video mentioning this whole legal situation that's been prevalent through this whole thing, and basically said like it's cut my motivation back, which it has, and it's definitely affected the content that I can upload to the channel too. So with that, he posted that on TikTok, and he posted it probably like 6 or 7 times. He took it down, posted it again, just trying to get it to catch traction, and all of a sudden it started blowing up. And he's got like probably 20,000-30,000 views on it now. I'm not exactly sure.
Wow.
But yeah, so anyway, I hit 1,000 at, I think it was around midnight that night. I went from 756 subscribers at probably, I think it was 7 o'clock, and by midnight I was at 1,000. And then by the time I uploaded my 1,000 subscriber video, I went out and recorded it like super early. I think it was like 4 a.m. or something. And I uploaded it, and by the time I uploaded it, I was at 1.6K, I think. And I uploaded it, and then once that started catching traction or whatever, I went to bed because I was up all night, and I woke up the next day, and I was at like, I think it was 1.9 or 2K. Like, I hit 2K right then when I woke up. And then literally, this is probably 2 days down the road, I'm at 2.22K. So it definitely caught some traction, which is definitely cool. And I keep planning on growing that too, and then I'll definitely shout out the podcast too. Yeah. So we'll, hopefully that'll get some traction too.
Another thing me and Dan were talking about today on the way back, speaking of YouTube stuff, is when Dan and Connor and Dylan get bikes, we might all start like a YouTube channel, or I know I've thought about a YouTube channel before about moto vlogging for motorcycles and four-wheeler trails, because I do the off-road four-wheeler GoPro videos too, and those actually come out really good. I really haven't had anything too exciting on a motorcycle yet. Mostly because I haven't wore my camera nearly as much because my battery is terrible in it. And
yeah, that's the downside. I got the Hero Session actually, the GoPro Hero Session, and that holds a good hour and a half probably of battery life, but it depends on how.
Smaller one you had?
Yeah, I actually have it right here. But yeah, so I got it on a head mount right now. Okay. But literally this is the camera. So if I were to show you it like I'll take it off the mount. Yeah, it's literally a cube. So like right here you have this one's a Hero. What's this? I think it's a Hero 7 or something like that. But this one right here, this is about the normal GoPro size, and then this is the size of the Session. And it literally just has a button on the top. So you hit record, and it just starts recording. It beeps 3 times and starts recording. So the smaller you don't have to turn it on. I like the smaller one better, yeah. I use this thing for everything. Size does not matter. Don't let girls fool you.
Because if
it's how you use it, and it's the performance that matters.
If I was to really get into YouTube, it's not the number one thing on my mind right now. I'm trying to go to school and get everything in line. But if that was to be something that I do in the future, I definitely want a GoPro 7 with the Hypersmooth or
the Hypersmooth. That's one thing. Yeah, this camera doesn't have the Hypersmooth, so you do get some better quality out of obviously the newer GoPros, the newer Heroes. But I just like the Session because it's so compact. Like I could throw it in a pocket of a hoodie or something, and if I record footage for the Dan Drives YouTube channel or something like with that I use the head cam for, I can literally pull it out, throw it on my head, press the button, and it starts recording. I don't have to turn it on. I don't have to screw with settings. I throw it on, click it, turn it on, and it runs, and it's really nice.
Yeah,
so I like that because it's so easy. But
it's convenient.
I used the GoPro when I went to 4-wheeler trail riding one time, and this was the first time I used it, and I did not have the settings set up to look good, and I didn't know what the settings were, so I just hit record and it did whatever. Well, apparently it was at like 4K at not very many frames per second,
probably 30 or 20, 25 or yeah.
Then I switched it
30, yeah.
Then I switched it to, well, first of all, that was the first day I used it, and that was probably the best footage I got being there, but it was the worst quality I could have possibly had. So it was
there's a dramatic difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS, a very, very noticeable.
Yeah, and it was in 4K so I had to take it back down to 1080p at 60 frames per second, and then once I download that from the media, that looks really well.
Then that'll come out real nice. Yeah, some of the GoPros like the. What's that?
I'm gonna have to upload this to 60 FPS. I was originally uploaded to 30 because we didn't have webcams.
Oh yeah, no. Now that we have webcams,
I gotta upload at 60. God damn, that's gonna take forever.
It's gonna take a little longer.
Trust me, Jared. I know.
Yeah.
You use Vegas, don't you? Use Sony Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I use for all my videos. I've used that.
That's why you guys upload and I don't.
Yeah,
it's my internet.
That's one thing I'm not sure too familiar with is the
video
editing software. Yeah. I tried to use iMovie before, and it's very difficult at least for me.
You don't want iMovie.
Yeah, you can't really do if you download Sony Vegas, and I mean you can get pirated versions of anything out there. Just putting it out there.
Sony Vegas, does it work for?
There's a criminal justice major here.
But is it what?
Does it work for MacBooks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a big.
It should have a Mac.
Because I did a little bit of film working before, and the app I used for it was called Filmora, and I was told that's like one of the for beginner editors. That's one of the easier ones to use.
Yeah, they do have user-friendly ones, but if you can get into a more complicated setup and learn how to use the because there are things in Sony Vegas that I still don't know how to do.
Oh yeah, same.
But I know enough of it to do exactly what I need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How to render something in. Yeah, you just need to know enough about rendering. If you're looking to do a motovlog channel like you're talking about, if you want to not anything complicated like I do with cinematic stuff with vehicles, just more of a motovlog thing. All you got to know is how to split the footage and crop it together and render it. That's literally it.
Yeah, I'd like to do a little bit of everything. Because the thing is, there's some people that stick to just moto vlogging, so on-road stuff. Then there's other people that just stick to off-road stuff. I think okay, so there's this one guy. His name's Fulligan. He rides on-road and off-road, all bikes, though. He has a supermoto. He does on-road in Omaha City, and he takes his Honda to, like, dirt tracks and stuff like that. Me, what I'd do is I'd have... I wouldn't do a channel just by myself. I'd make sure I have you guys, and we all have mics and stuff like that. Because that's when we get reactions. Funny stuff happens then. Like when I watch motovloggers, when I watch motovloggers, a lot of the reasons that the video is entertaining is because where they're riding, what they're talking about, and the jokes they're making is
they're all interacting.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen because I watch It's Just a 6 on YouTube, and I think you might have seen a couple of his videos, but he does do some motorcycle content, or he did at least. And what he was doing with his one buddy, they did have those receivers or whatever in their helmets, and you guys can communicate back and forth.
Yeah, they're called Cenas.
Wait, in motorcycle?
Yeah, and then
they're Bluetooth.
Yeah.
They got Bluetooth headsets in them.
So you can talk to them.
Yeah, so then not only did he have those, but him and his buddy, it was two of them. I think they were on CBR 1000s or something like that. They both were, and they were just kind of cruising around, whipping around traffic, having some fun. And they had GoPros on their helmets, mounted right where their mouth is, so you could hear what they were saying, but then they could hear each other through the headset.
Actually, what that is, there's actually a microphone that's in their helmet. It's not just from the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my headset. My camera, if it didn't have... Okay, so here's the thing. If they didn't have microphones on the inside of their helmets, all you'd hear is wind noise. There's no way around wind noise.
Yeah.
So that's their only way around wind noise, is they have a microphone that runs...
So then it has to pick up... Can you record off of that? Because what they did was they had which was really entertaining too, whenever the one guy would talk, it would cut to his GoPro footage. And then whenever the other guy would talk, it would cut to his GoPro footage. So it showed that instead of just having both of them talk and having a POV of one person, it would cut back and forth to both of them, and it'd show them literally interacting back and forth. It was a super smooth and entertaining video. It's called It's Just a 6. But I think he uploaded it on his second channel called Time Out. Because he posts a little bit more motorcycle content on that.
Because I watched one where I always watch, not always anymore, but I used to always watch Grommy Bear. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but
I've probably seen one of his videos. Does he roll around with a big Grom squad?
Yeah,
those are always funny.
Oh yeah, they get a shit ton of Groms out there.
100 Groms rolling through town. That's a scary sight. It's just a 6 guy bought that, just like you got it on your cars, Dan, that license plate boundary or whatever you want to call it. Save the manuals. Yeah,
the Save the Manuals logo. Yeah, he's the one that came up with it.
Yeah.
Or actually came out with that merch. Yeah, I've been watching him for years, man. He's an inspiration for my channel. But
it helps too. People don't pull up on my ass as much anymore when they read that.
Yeah, exactly. They know you'll be rolling just a little bit. Rolling back.
I like to scare them sometimes, though.
Yeah, but so Connor, how are you doing? Before we move on to anything else yet, how are you coming along looking for any bikes? Have you come across any bikes on the marketplace you
No, I mean I just been glancing, and then some of the stuff you send me. My buddy has some sort of Harley. He said it's like a
883.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. He said it's a pretty good beginner bike, and he said he'd give it to me for a decent price. But it seems like he's always working on it and stuff, and the way he rides, he's pretty aggressive with it. So I don't know if it would be the smartest purchase. Not saying
if he's always working on it and it's been beat up and it's a Harley Davidson, it's probably
a safe bet. Yeah, and I'm not saying he's doing that on purpose. That's just the way the circumstances are surrounding it.
Yeah.
How I do with any vehicle that I'm buying, like a car. If it's from a dealer, it's probably a little better than unless it's a Sunday driver from a grandma. Those things play a factor in purchases. And
that's the thing too. With
buying used.
You what now?
I said that's the problem with buying used. You take that risk.
Yeah. Thing is too, I always worry with the Harleys. Now, if anyone is listening who's a Harley fan, I apologize in advance. But what I am about to say is straight facts, and you can kiss my ass. So, Harleys, I've never seen a Harley hold up as well as a Jap bike. I just never have. Whenever I see a Harley Davidson rider, 9 times out of 10, they have more oil leaks and breakdown. Oil leaks a big thing with Harley. And breakdowns and all kinds of stuff. They just don't compete with the Jap bikes.
Greg.
So that's why I think what she said. Hold on, Jared. I know you don't know shit about this bike.
Racial slurs.
That is not a racial slur.
That's not a racial slur. It's what they are.
It is Japanese.
Jared. They're Japanese.
I go to college, Greg. I know these shit.
Okay.
It's a slang term, I guess.
Okay. Now I'll call it the big four: Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and Honda. They're all just better than Harley Davidson.
Same goes for cars. I take a Subaru and a Toyota over Ford and shit. I even drive a
JDM.
Knock on wood. I've had no problems with my Cruise. Made right in Lordstown. Anyways, I see in here what something about beating somebody up. Seeing a man who robbed a disabled. Who saw that?
Yeah, I saw
that.
Wait,
what?
So I have to go to court cases and shit.
Yeah.
There's this man who walks in and he's wearing like the most gaudy Nike shoes ever.
Oh yes, you did share this on.
He's got a backwards cap, jeans sagging. You can see I could tell the color of his underwear was black and what brand it was Hanes. Shirt that doesn't fit. And he
good
sits
representation
down and
pull up the court with.
He's facing maybe 6 months because he stole a bicycle. Now that doesn't sound that bad until you realize he stole it from what's considered a protected class citizen. He stole a handicapped woman's hand-powered bicycle.
Oh my god!
He just wanted to get
out. Sitting there just chilling, just like
for the culture.
Like yeah. And the reason they caught him, the wasn't the bailiff, it was the court. It was just the court officers, because the bailiff, if you don't know, he's actually usually elected official or appointed by a judge. They're like a political figure almost.
They're like the security guards of the court.
Security guards are actual security guards.
So is a bailiff like a judge then, or what's it?
Bailiff's just more of a formal guard. He's in charge of security there, and
keeps
sometimes
the place.
It depends on the court. If it's a bigger court, like a common police court, there'll be guards, and then there'll be a bailiff. If it's a
kind of keeps the place under control.
If it's a municipal court, it'll just be.
He's got a more important role.
Yeah, he does have a gun. The bailiff does have a gun. That don't fuck with the bailiff. But the guards told me, the reason they caught him was he wore those same pairs of shoes that he wore into court today, into the day he stole the bike, because they saw that on video, and when he goes in for his probation officer hearings, and they have him on video walking into the building with those shoes on.
So he was already on probation when this happened?
Yes.
Oh god. People these days.
It It was
brilliant move.
It was
brilliant.
It wasn't that man's brightest day. You see some really dumb motherfuckers when you sit in a courtroom. There, like this one dude. He was bipolar or something.
Oh, I know, Jerry.
He comes in with like the full chains.
At least we dressed up.
I dressed up.
I threw the hair back.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about like I see this man walk in and he's full chained. Like I've never seen that before in my life, and like in real life. And he's walking in and he has like this moment where he like freaks the fuck out because he's bipolar, and then he sits down calmly for the rest of the hearing. I was just like, what the fuck?
There was a dude in there when I was in there. He was probably he was probably about 40 years old, I'd say. All right, he had tattoos all over. He's wearing like Marines t-shirt, like probably shit kickers or something, you know what I mean? And he was bald, and he
was white.
He was bald, and he was acting like he was a kindergartner in that place. He almost got kicked out. Yeah, no, he was like, I think he fell asleep. That's what happened. He fell asleep in the place because like they were in court, like when people go in for their for the like right when you go in, the very first.
Was it a preliminary hearing?
Yeah,
first appearance.
Yeah, it was your first appearance for it. And so there were probably 6, 7, 8 people in there, and he was one of them. And he was literally like he'd rest like his arm on the front bench in front of him, and he put his head down and he'd just like sleep there. He'd fall asleep, and then he'd look up, and like he was just making a real animate how pissed off and annoyed that he was to be there. But like you're not supposed to do that there.
Was
like
he mentally deficient, or is he a competent? Just really idiot.
Salty, yeah.
Stupid.
It looked like he was just being a absolute fucking idiot. That's the best way to put it. Like I mean, he wasn't disabled or anything, or at least it wasn't noticeable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't have. Yeah, no, like he had every ability to sit there controlled, but he was just acting so pissed off at the whole situation that he had to be there. And he was like sighing and shit, like out loud and stuff, and like they called somebody up, you know what I mean, to see what they're gonna plead.
What do you plead?
Yeah, like we were waiting around. Yeah, like what do you plead and stuff, and then he's back there, he's just like sitting there like this the whole entire time, and he pretty much fell asleep because he was the last ones there, and somebody actually, I think it was is it a judge that you go in front of for that?
Yeah, you go in front of it.
I mean, I'm not too.
It could be a magistrate.
Yeah, you go in front.
In the area that your court case is taken in, it's a judge.
Yeah, so he had whoever was sitting next to him like go over there and like kick the desk next to him to wake him up and say like it was bad.
What was he charged with?
What the judge said?
Man, I can't remember. I don't remember. He was after me.
Double homicide, suicide.
I don't think
it wasn't anything major. No.
I don't think he'd be showing
probably
there.
Possession. It was probably possession or something. I don't know. I don't really
like that. Speaking of drugs and stuff, how about Oregon legalizing all recreational drugs?
What the fuck you just say? Oregon?
Oregon.
Like Oregon, the Pokemon.
Porygon.
Yeah. Oregon.
Those are legal Pokemon.
At Spring Break 2021.
Well, they actually, so what they did is they decriminalized it, and everyone's saying that this is going to like eliminate the war on drugs. But the problem is, all it's going to do is just make it harder to catch dealers, and it's going to make people not be like, a judge can't force someone to go get treatment now because they're going to have recreational use amount of drugs, not get in any trouble, and just go out and die. That's all that's going to happen.
I think the only drug that should be legal is marijuana.
I would agree
because it literally is. Growing up, they say it's a drug, and it kind of is, I guess. But in reality, it's
not like fatal. Can you die faster from abuse of alcohol than you can with marijuana.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there has not been any record in history of the world, not the country, the whole world. There has not been one case where someone has died from smoking too much marijuana.
Well, no, kids can die from that. Little kids can die, and they have died. If they get like the candies, they can overdose on those. Yes, if your body is too small and you're not a developed human being, you can die because you ate too many little weird candies.
Yeah, your body's
That's why
not.
You should never say 100% in the world. This is a fact. No,
it is a fact.
There are cases that happen, but they're little kids.
Wait, what do you mean little candies?
Yeah, you can get little THC like gummy bears, dude.
Greg, they make nerd ropes. You ever seen those?
Yeah,
I'm not talking like the weed smoking.
No, I was talking about the weed smoking. Well, I'm thinking you're talking about giving a little kid a fucking joint.
No, this is a little kid, but this is a product that's
THC. Cannabis. Yeah,
this is a cannabis product, and little kids have died from it. But that's because adults haven't done their due diligence to make sure they don't get into it, like pain pills.
I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, yeah. So like, either way, though, like what I was getting at is the fatality rate in over drinking compared to over smoking marijuana is big difference. So, and alcohol is legal. So I mean, making marijuana legal is not going to do.
Well,
make it all legal. That's what I say.
There was my judge professor did.
Natural selection.
He seems pretty anti-marijuana, but the only reason he's not anti alcohol is because we already tried that before. He said and it didn't work.
Yeah, prohibition didn't turn out too hot. No, I would just never smoke because, like, I look at my aunt's boyfriend, and my mom told me he smoked a lot when he was younger, and like he's half like retarded. I mean, he's not like actually disabled or anything like that. He's just killed a lot of brain cells, man. And I'm like, I don't need to end up like that. I don't have enough to lose.
Well, here's the thing: if you start, okay, so there's people. Obviously, there's kids that start smoking while they're young, like 16. They get their hands on it when they're in their early teens. That's when it's not good because that's when it starts to you don't develop properly. Yeah. Once you've hit a certain age, then it doesn't really affect you. Like you right now, Connor, it wouldn't affect you. You're an adult.
Don't you qualify for? We live in the state of Ohio, so don't you qualify for medical use, Greg? Since you
know, I don't know. Because I'm not sure.
Because my dad's girlfriend does.
I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't qualify from smoking it, I don't think, but I might qualify for the THC.
You probably get like THC tablets or whatever.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It'd probably be cheaper than medication you take now.
Medical bud and stuff.
It might. But here's the thing, dude. Right now, it's, believe it or not, when they say that I can come down off my meds and try something else, it scares the shit out of me. Because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't have any clue what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you been on that for a long time then?
Oh, dude, I've been on pills since I was 5.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the whole medication thing. I mean, I understand, like, if you need it, obviously, but I get paranoid with it. Because, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, when I had my concussion or whatever, the most recent one for hockey and stuff, it really was messing with me. Like, with anxiety-wise and having a bunch of, like, I was hearing shit. I was dizzy all the time. It was a mess. And they put me on like this antidepressant. It was a depressant. It was fluoxetine or something. They use it for like anxiety disorders and stuff. And they put me on that, but it put me in like a phase, you know what I mean? Or like everything was kind of a haze, you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Yeah, it's like a numbness, like a state.
Like a numbness feeling. You didn't like emotional wise, you didn't feel shit like really at all. It was like it really mellows you out to a point to where you just feel like a completely different person.
Yeah,
it takes care of the anxiety, but you feel like
completely care of everything.
Yeah, that's
so I actually got off of it. I did get off of it probably 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago.
I really hope.
But I I hated that feeling of not like I felt like a different person than before I was taking it. So that's
you were smoking weed. You said
no. It was like fluoxetine.
No, Dan does not do drugs.
Prozac.
I didn't think so.
That's
it was Prozac.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they say about Prozac?
What's up?
Is that the pimple shit?
No, I'm pretty sure.
That's proactive.
That's proactive.
Actually, I don't want to share.
I don't know why I was thinking about that. Oh, I know why I was thinking about that. Because I was on like.
You got some in your bathroom?
I was on Proactive when I was.
I did younger. Proactive. I did Accutane for 12 months.
That shit makes you pissed off as fuck.
I had to check my liver. I had to go get my blood drawn every month just because it.
Really? So because I know Jared was on an actual med for it.
It still
and took care of like acne and all that stuff. Yeah, well, it takes care of it.
It's like an ampicillin tablet.
It does.
Now. It doesn't affect mood.
No, so I did 12 months of that, and I don't ever get any acne anymore. So like, if you're trying to get rid of that, and you're willing to, have your blood checked and stuff like that once a month, that's the best thing you can do. It's better than any product you could buy over the counter, anything like that.
Well, yeah, you need the medical insurance to get that, though. Really.
True, yeah. My mom got good insurance.
With all the tests and stuff.
Probably not cheap, but
yeah, my dad.
Well, I think.
Well, I know
we got one more topic.
I want to talk about at least one more thing. Are you trying to switch topics? Because I want to end on something.
Yes, I'm trying to switch topics.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what I want to end on.
I thought you were trying to end it. It's my bad.
No, I'm switching the topic.
Oh, yeah.
Virtual reality.
Hey.
Dan?
This episode of Inside the Den is sponsored by Oculus Quest.
Not sponsored, actually.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, no. I wish, man.
You guys should get in trouble for that, for fake sponsoring shit.
Oh, for saying it? Yeah, no.
Because they'll be like, no, we didn't sponsor that.
Oculus did not sponsor us.
They don't even know we exist.
Yeah, they don't know. Nobody knows we exist. Yeah.
We're sponsored by Dylan's Pizzeria, though.
Are the most amount of viewers of us is us.
And Emma.
Pretty much.
And
I don't think I watched the last two podcasts.
I'm putting hashtags on this Instagram post, so we'll get our name out there.
Unlike the other ones,
Old Man Connor over here. Old Man Connor thought, hey, if I just post a picture on Instagram, people will find it. No, only people that follow you will find pictures without hashtags.
So this is why people post ignore the tags. That's what all that's about.
Because that's how you get the shit out there.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of forgot about it. I'm like, oh yeah.
All right. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Dan, you've had this headset the longest. Please explain best you can of how it works and what it does.
Yeah, so I've had the Oculus Quest 2 for probably it's been a good month or two. I'd say almost 2 months. And it's what's so cool about it is it's its own console. So I don't know about the Rift and stuff. I think like with the Oculus Rift, you did have to plug it into your PC.
You did.
And you had to run Oculus software on it. Yeah. Well, what's so cool about the Quest? What's so cool about the Quest is it's wireless. You literally take it out of the box. You put it on. You have your two joysticks. Nothing's connected to any wires. You do charge it beforehand. And then you can also purchase different battery packs to add to the back of it so you have longer battery life. Which the normal one lasts probably about 2 hours, which is still 2 hours of virtual reality is a good bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you'll get headaches, you know what I mean? You're involved in it. So but anyway, since it's its own console, you can download the games right to it. You put it on, you literally hit the button and turn it on. You use your handhelds to point, like you'll actually see a room around you with menus everywhere, and you can point and install different games and load them up just from there. And it requires no PC, which is super, super cool about it. But then if you also wanted to plug it into your PC, which I did, I bought a cord for, I think it was like $20. And it's pretty much just a data cord. It goes like, I think it's a USB-C cord, I think that they said. They call it, and it plugs in through your USB on your computer into the headset. And you can play like other games on it, like through Steam VR, and all the games that you would play on the Rift, you can play that on the Quest. Also, it's crazy.
I didn't know it could do that. Holy shit! Yeah. I thought it was just stuck with like whatever it's on its marketplace or whatever. That's really cool.
I plugged it in and I was playing iRacing with it on my computer. So I had the steering wheel and shifter that I think you can maybe see it. Yeah, right there. But I was playing with that, and then I also had the VR headset on, so I was looking around the car and I was holding the steering wheel, and it was played through my PC. But
I've been on one before, and it might be the Rift. I'm not 100% sure what it was called, but like it was hooked up to the dude's PC, and I would put the headset on, and I have the joysticks, and then it also projected it onto his monitor, so like whoever was sitting in the room could see what I was seeing. It was
so then that's cool. Another thing with the Quest, because Connor wasn't there when we were all playing it.
I got
it. Yeah. So anyway, with it, you can pull up the Oculus app on your phone or on your iPad or something like that, and you can actually stream what is like as long as you're hooked up to the same Wi-Fi as the console, as the Quest, you can live stream the footage on your tablet or something. So you can sit there. Yeah. And see, you can see what the person's seeing just from popping your iPad up. So that's cool too.
Like, it was just some basic game, but it gave you like a bunch of weapons from a whole bunch of different like gaming universes, like a lifesaver and like Game of Thrones sword, and you just fought people as they charged you. It was really neat.
This man just said lifesaver.
I was gonna call it too.
This man's talking candy over here. This man's talking
but that virtual reality, I've seen those since the first one I seen was back in 2016, and it wasn't a actual device itself. It was just a holster that you put your phone in, pretty much. And I seen some kid walking around with it. I was in high school at the time. I seen some kid walking around with it, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why is that motherfucker wearing goggles in the hallway with some guy guiding him? But I found out what it was later, and I figured it'd be no big deal. And then they start coming out with these high-tech ones. Now this Quest 2 is a really high-tech one, like out of this world, literally.
Quest 2 is awesome.
No, it's really bad. I thought it was kind of a cheap gag until
the thing is,
I wasn't sure.
When I heard people talk about it, it's like, yeah, no big deal. It's like just a little bit of a simulation. But you put those, as soon as you strap those goggles on your face, you're in a new world.
Oh, like it is crazy. Because you play the game for difference. You play a game for even 10 minutes and get a little bit involved, and then you take it off, and you're like, holy shit, I'm in my bed.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like Ready Player One.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about that movie.
Yeah.
No, when I played the sword game, I literally thought I was holding a sword in my hand. I like just held the Joy-Con and I was looking at my hand with the goggles on, and I'm like, damn, I actually have a sword in my hand. And then you pop it up and it's like, oh, sword's not there.
See, I was talking to
it's insane.
I was talking to Dan today. There's a Walking Dead Saints and Sinners game coming out on it in 2021.
That game is supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Amazing. Its own exclusive games for it, or how's that work?
I think so. There might be some that are exclusive.
Walking Dead is coming out on the Oculus and something else, but it's not like PlayStation or Xbox.
Well, Xbox doesn't have VR compatibility yet. Only PlayStation has that.
Yeah, I don't know if Microsoft will get into that. I mean,
well, they should.
Down the road, probably.
They
should have.
Everyone else is going.
Yeah,
they should have. PlayStation's ahead of them there on it.
I feel like the Oculus would still be a better VR than a PlayStation would.
It is, because you can, I mean, that's also, you could almost go into the PC versus console battle at that point, and it's like where you can do so much more on PC than you could, modding wise. Everything's so much, it's accessible way more on a PC.
There is one thing PlayStation has though that PC doesn't right now. You know that Star Wars Squadron game with you're in this fighter and you're filing space? Apparently only the VR and that little like thing that you use for like flight simulators, that's a controller you can use for that game, but for some reason both those only work on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Because for some reason they fucked up the code for PC or something. Because like you can't use it won't sense all your inputs or something. with that thing, and apparently using a controller in that game is pretty hard. Like, takes a while to get used to. But I've never used one of those other things either, so that's probably like $70.
Yeah, actually, it's actually like a joystick, or
it's like
like that you would actually use in a plane.
Yeah, you got like this thing. It's like got buttons here, and then it's got like more of a. It's not really a shaft type thing, but it's got like buttons on it too, and it looks weird. You're a pervert.
No, I'm saying it's called a cyclic on a helicopter.
Yeah, Connor's the aviation dude. Yeah.
Collective takes you up and down, and then cyclic is like left, right, lean. Yeah, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, they have an actual controller for that.
I mean, it makes sense for, like you were saying, a flight simulator. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I felt like that when I went to when I was in the YouTube area. I went to YouTube 360, and put myself in a F-16 fighter jet, and it had me in the cockpit. And they barrel rolled right a little bit, not barrel rolled, but they turned right. And then when I looked left, I'm diagonal at this point. So when I looked left,
you're looking at the ground.
I was looking at the sky, and then when I looked right, I was looking at the ground.
Oh god!
And he did a spin, and it was like, oh my god, it was really cool.
They have a simulation video with the Blue Angels too. So like it shows the Blue Angels, they're all flying like this close to each other, and you look to your right and you see the pilot in the plane right next to you, and you're all like turning it. It is so cool.
Can we talk?
Dude, I can't wait to get one. Go ahead, Jared.
Can we talk about how, since Dylan's not here to defend himself, we should talk about him. Can we talk about how he said, "Hey Dylan, let's do a scary video," and so he finds like just a guy on a skyscraper or something with a.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even that. He was walking over an animated bridge.
It's like, oh yeah, and then the bridge shit. It's like, this ain't scary.
It's like we're like Dylan, like watch something scary, and he types in heights on YouTube.
And we're like,
why did you think of anything scarier than heights? Like bank robbery or like 9/11 simulator, like anything, like where you're in a plane flying into like something where you're freaking out, like you can't do that. That's probably, dude, like some crazy shit. But Dylan,
I don't think you should ever play.
Dylan's like heights
simulator. That doesn't
Not a simulator, but like have you seen? I mean, they have like documentary videos and stuff where it, like, I mean, because obviously we can't relate to things like that.
Yeah.
But it puts you in that scene, in that scenario.
Well, I was thinking,
like as an immersive experience.
I was thinking scary, like scary
and
movie shit. Not like real.
Or you can do like like Slender shit. Yeah, but Dylan.
Like, oh, there's a monster behind you or something. Fights. That's what I was thinking.
Dylan was like, oh, it's
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Shit, didn't Dylan ride roller coasters at Cedar Point? Or did he not go to Cedar Point with us?
I took him up there, and he didn't ride any roller coasters except for the small wooden one.
Oh, Dylan.
I feel like Dylan was.
Let's not rip into Dylan too much. Jesus.
No, I'm not. We're not ripping into Dylan, but
it's not here.
This right here is something he would do if he was allowed. I feel like Dylan, because it's probably something I would do too. Honestly, I feel like me and him would be the type of adults that would go up and ride the dragon roller coaster at the fair. That just goes in a circle and has an incline of like 2 feet.
Yeah,
over in Kittyland.
Right next to the teacup.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, I cannot do those teacups. I will not. Those things are terrible.
Is it because of your seizures, or you just don't like being dizzy?
No, I just, it's just dizziness. It's so, but like literally, I'll go on any roller coaster, but you could put a teacup in front of me, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself.
I hate the hurricane thing where it's like it spins and you're like in a car and its long arms are connected to your car and it goes up and down. That shit makes me throw up. Like, I don't know why, but I think it's the up and down part that really.
I like zero gravity. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, where it takes you up and then drops you.
Yeah, it circles around and around and around.
I mean, I'll do them, but those aren't my first choice.
Because they have that like pendulum that swings too, so it goes side to side, and then you're on the end of it, and it's rotating while it's going side to side.
Yeah, Connor's sitting here like pussy shit. I jump out of airplanes.
Yeah, Connor over here jumping out of airplanes.
I like the ground.
Actually, Connor, I want to talk about not right now, but next time we got to talk about your skydiving a bit more because I was thinking about it not too lately. But are at an hour and 10, so I think we should start wrapping this up.
Well, there's one thing I want to mention before we leave, and that's we're going to be slowly transitioning to another channel. So we have this channel called the Northside. It's just called Northside Nationals. Northside, one word, space Nationals. We're going to be transitioning to that because when you tell people to search for Inside the Den, there's a lot of things pop up that are like inside, but ours is just the N side. But it's still it's like so far in the search results. But when you search Northside Nationals, you almost get nothing except like volleyball tournaments that have national in the title and shit. So
are we gonna re-upload all the episodes?
Yeah, I'm gonna be downloading all those episodes and then re-uploading them, and then I'm going to for a couple episodes still throwing these episodes like maybe 2 or 3 more to that channel, but then cold turkey it to Northside Nationals only because that's an easier search result, and
it's easier to get a hold of.
And we could just
kind of like our version of the Joe Rogan migration to Spotify, except we're not paid, $100 million.
Yeah.
Well, I just think it'd be easier for searching and shit.
Well, absolutely, and that's a good thing we're doing that, and not cutting cold turkey. So if these people come across the videos, they know, hey, we're over here now.
So
come join us there.
I think we're gonna do that on social media too, like just start slowly just going into the Northside National stuff because that's easier to brand than Inside the Den. Inside the Den will be part we're not gonna right now we're not.
Yeah, that'll be the podcast name still. But it'll be the podcast name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can keep the name. So just put it on our side channel.
So if you're watching right now and you like what we're doing, you can subscribe here. But there's only gonna be 3 more episodes uploaded here. So go on over to type into YouTube Northside Nationals.
We can put it in the description.
I'll be putting in the description too. It might not show up right now because we haven't uploaded anything there, and I'm gonna have to download those videos and re-upload them. But I'm gonna do that probably before I upload this video.
So it'll be up.
So it should be there. But yeah, so that's the plan at least.
Then on the Instagram we'll
use hashtags.
Yeah.
Use hashtags.
Shut up, Greg.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Right now. But are we gonna make a new account or change the?
Well, we have accounts. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got the other one.
Hey, I got a.
Yeah, I remember we made about 50
with our accounts and other shit online, but it's got our accounts in it. Don't worry.
So it'll be easy transition. We'll let everybody know when.
We're letting Emma know now.
Yeah. Shout out to Emma listening before it blows up. Hopefully.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's episode 4. What?
Is it 4 or 5?
This is 4.
I thought it was 5.
No, it's
4.
5, right?
This is 4 or 5. We don't even know.
It's 4.
It's definitely.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Inside the Den with Jared, Connor, Greg, and me. I'm Dan. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Catch you in the next one.